delve into these highlights. The starting pitcher is Eric Bedard for Baltimore, Kirk Carlos for the A's, and the A's got to jump in the first inning with a 2-out Chavez walk and Jay Payton batting fourth today. All right, here's Jay Payton sending a deep drive to left. Surhoff is going to watch. He's at the wall, and it's gone. And in the top of the first, the A's offense is revved up again, and it's 2-0 Athletics. Number 17 for Jay Payton.
And the fastball outside part of the plate, but Jay Payton's such a good hitter, looking for pitches, and usually he does not miss them. At least he has not since he joined the club in mid-July.
Yeah, it's really been amazing. So quickly, 2-0 Athletics. Orioles' frustrations continuing in this series as we moved into the third inning of the game with the A's leading 2-0. A leadoff single by Alejandro Frade, followed by a walk to David Newhan. Sal Fasano struck out. Brian Roberts walked, though, leading the bases, or loading the bases. Melvin Mora then flied to right. And so the bases were jammed with 2 away and a long at-bat, Miguel Tejada facing Kirk Carlos.
Chavez, Scudero, Ellis, and Johnson all well back in the infield dirt. And again, the 2-2 pitch, and it's bounced up the middle, jumping, leaping catch by the pitcher, Carlos, and he throws to first, and Tejada is retired. He got him on a comebacker, and the Orioles lead 3, and after 3, it remains 2-0 Athletics.
Made that way until the 5th when the Orioles would battle back. David Newhan led off and hit a deep drive to center. He was robbed by a fine play by Jay Payton. Fasano walked. Brian Roberts singled, went to second on the play as the throw by Payton trying to nail Fasano at third was over the head of Chavez. And so the Orioles had second and third and 1 out, and Mora coming up. Fasano at third, Roberts at second, infield back, 2-0 A's. Pause at the belt, and here's the delivery. And it's swung on line down the left field line. That's going to tie the ball game, and that goes to the wall. Fasano scores. Roberts right behind him to score. Mora going to second with a slide with a double, and the Orioles have tied it up at 2-2. Kirk Carlos living on the edge almost the entire ball game.
Trying to go sinker down and in, and tested too much to the plate, and Chase and Kendall just trying everything, but this time did not work. And there's been no chance for double play there. Anyway, has kept Roberts at first base.
And Ricardo Rincon is throwing in the A's 10 as Kurt Young comes to the mound. Tejada then struck out, but Javi Lopez was up with a chance to give the Orioles the lead. Center field, Jay Payton shaded toward left center. Left field, Kelty deep and shaded toward the line. Right field, Fisher shaded toward right center. And here's the 0-2, and it's line over the head of Dan Johnson into right field for a hit. Morrow rounding third. He will score, and the Orioles have taken the lead. A soft line drive to right field by Javi Lopez just over the head of the leaping Dan Johnson. In fact, he almost or might have gotten the tip of his glove on the ball, and now it's 3-2 Baltimore.
Another pitch that was up, and that's going to be his last one. Ken Maka out of the dugout. But Javi Lopez on an 0-2 got a pitch down the middle, about belt high, and A's hit to score the run.
Ricardo Rincon came on and got B.J. Surhoff to fly to left ending the inning, and so the Orioles took a 3-2 lead into the top of the 6th, but they didn't lead for very long. However, in that inning beginning, Chavez struck out, Payton flied to left. At that point, Bedard had retired 14 consecutive batters before Hatterberg singled to center, and Bobby Kelty walked, and Dan Johnson had a chance. Dan Johnson lefty against lefty, and Dan, it's a fly ball to deep right. Gibbons is back. He's at the track. He's at the wall. He's going to watch, and it's gone, and the Athletics have reclaimed the lead. A towering shot to right field by Dan Johnson, a 3-run homer, 5-3 Athletics. Man, he's been something else.
Unbelievable. The Orioles take the lead, and that quickly, 2 quick outs. Single walk, 3-run home run. The A's take the lead again.
And Gibbons kept tracking it, Ray. It was hit a mile high, and it went into the second or third row out in the seats in right field, just left of that out-of-town scoreboard.
And a mob stand in the A's dugout greeting Dan Johnson and, not to mention, Hatterberg and Kelty.
So it was 5-3 Athletics, but it quickly became 5-4. Jay Gibbons leading off in the bottom of the 6th against Ricardo Rincon. Left-handed pitcher, left-handed hitter. Jay Gibbons 1 for 2 today. And here's the delivery. And it's drilled to right, and the game is going to be 5-4 now, as that's a no doubt about it shot by Jay Gibbons. 5-4 Athletics. That was just a laser shot.
That might have destroyed the scoreboard if they had hit it.
So now it's a one-run game, and number 18 forgiven. Man, that thing was just killed. Grade A walk, Newhand sacrifice, exit Rincon, enter Jay with Tastic. Fasano bounced out, so the Orioles had the potential tying run at third. Top of the order, Brian Roberts at the plate. Runner at third, and the pitch to Roberts. Lined at first, right to Dan Johnson. One pitch, Roberts lines out for the final out of the sixth inning. The Orioles settle for one on the leadoff home run by Jake Gibbons. Roberts slams his helmet down in frustration, and after six, A's 5, Baltimore 4. Orioles tied it up in the seventh inning. With Tastic still pitching, Tejada bounced out, Lopez walked, and the veteran B.J. Surhoff coming to the plate at the age of 41.
Johnson on the bag at first. Everybody else in the infield back. Outfield is deep, and Surhoff hits it to deep right center field. Chasing it is Swisher, and it's going to be up against the wall. Coming around third is Lopez. He is being sent home. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's going to be cut off by Johnson. He throws it over to Chavez. Chavez chasing Surhoff back to second. Throws high. The ball falls loose. Surhoff is in at second base. And this game is tied at 5.
And then Dukeshire came on and got Gibbons to pop out, ending the inning. And then as we went to the bottom of the eighth, the most pivotal sequence of the game, as Grade A led off with a double. Montos ran for him. David Newham with a good bunt turned out to be a sacrifice E1 on a bad throw by Dukeshire. And now a play that was the biggest play of the game for the A's, and certainly the most frustrating play of the game for the Orioles and their fans, as the Orioles with nobody out in a 5-5 tie at first and third, and with the infield playing halfway, Sal Fasano at the plate.
Halfway by the A's, the ground ball is hit to short or second. They could freeze Montos at third and still get a double play. Fasano is so slow, he could be able to double him up and perhaps even leave Montos at third.
5-5, nobody out, eighth inning. 1-2. Fasano, right-handed hitter. Justin Dukeshire, here's the pause. At the belt. And now the 1-2 offering. Swung on, hit towards second. Over to his left. Scudero holds the runner on the bag for one. Over to first for two. And Matos holds it third. You called it, Ray. The A's get a double play. 6-3 on Fasano. And we stay tied at 5-5. And the fans wondering, why didn't Matos try to score? And they still wonder that now, heading out to their cars in the parking lot. Meanwhile, for the Orioles, it was Bedard, then Chris Ray, Todd Williams, B.J. Ryan, 2 innings, and then Jorge Julio. For the A's, Carlos, Rincon, Witasek, Dukeshire, Street, and then Kiko Tolero. As we went into the ball game, into extra innings, the A's were coming up in the 12th inning in a 5-5 tie, and Dan Johnson leading off against Jorge Julio.
2-1 pitch to Johnson. Fly ball left center field. Burns on the run. It's up the alley. Burns makes the catch on the run and then drops it. And it rolls up against the track, and Johnson's going to head for 3. He's rounding second. He's heading for third. He'll be standing at third base with nobody out. Burns caught up with it in deep left center field, had the ball in his glove, and couldn't hang on. And the ball dropped on the track, rolled up against the wall, and Johnson in at third without a throw.
And then would Nick Swisher get a fastball to hit against Jorge Julio?
So 2-2 to count to Swisher, and Scudero is on deck. Johnson at third, nobody out. Outfield fairly deep, and the pitch is hit to right. That'll get the run in, and it may do more. Way back in right field, gone! Home run, Nick Swisher. A's on top, 7-5. Ray Fosse, how sweet is that?
Nick Swisher just trying to get a ball to the outfield deep enough for a fly ball, but he got a 2-2 fastball. And how many times have we seen this year where he's either been knocked down, a pitch close to his head, and the very next pitch he's done something. He did it to Jason Christensen when he drilled him in Oakland, and he does it today with a fastball up and in, comes right back and hits one out.
Scudero followed it with a single. Jason Kendall single to right. Scudero actually had stolen second. Kendall went to right with the base hit. The A's at first and third. Looking to add on is Mark Ellis doing his Andrew Jones impression on this road trip.
And the 0-1 pitch, and that is hit to left field. Burns going back. He's at the track. He leaps. Gone! Ellis goes deep again. Korak's right. It's Babe Ruth out there. Amazing.
5 and 6 games for Mark Ellis. He started with a leadoff home run, hitting first on Wednesday in Detroit, and he has been on fire ever since.
Ellis with a 3-run shot. Everybody in the A's dugout coming to the steps to greet him.
Well, you should have seen them high-fiving down the dugout before Mark Ellis even reached first base. 2 3-run home runs today, one by Dan Johnson. This one a huge one by Mark Ellis.
And the A's now have 18 home runs in the last 6 games. Unbelievable.
Calero, no problem. 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 12th. Calero got the win in the game. Jorge Julio took the loss. The A's sweep the series, a 4-game set. They've won 6 in a row overall. And when the A's take on the Angels tomorrow night in Anaheim, the A's will have a game lead over the Halos. The A's at 74 and 56. The Angels at 73 and 57. In 12 today in Baltimore, the A's beat the Orioles 10-5, and Robert Vaughn will have the scoreboard.